Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon, not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video, but we're going to talk about Netflix, we're going to talk about Apple, and we're going to talk about the possibility that we're going to get streaming bundles from rivals. Isn't that just what Netflix used to be? Like, literally, isn't it just like Netflix used to have everybody else's content on it? But now they're like, oh no, Netflix and Apple and HBO Max, yeah, we're all going to team up together. It's called Netflix. That's what it was. So this is pretty desperate. This is definitely end stage streaming wars. Let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get a woohoo. Oh wait, no, you won't. Kiki's not here. I'm sorry. Woohoo. Maybe I should come up with my own catchphrase. Be like, yes, Queen. No, let's not do that. Hollywood Reporter. Netflix and Apple opened the door to bundling with streaming rivals. A Verizon-backed Netflix and Max deal and talks between Apple and Paramount suggest that streaming bundles may be about to get bigger and better. So what's going to happen at the end of the day is we're going to have cable, and you're going to have a cable bundle, and you're going to subscribe probably through Verizon or Comcast or something to all of these streaming services, and it's basically we're right back to square one, except you're going to be paying a whole lot more and getting a whole lot more ads. In my opinion. After years of mostly sitting on the sidelines, two streaming companies that have long been reluctant to bundle their wares with competitor services seem more open to the idea. Yeah, of course they are, because they're running out of fresh meat. They're running out of potential subscribers. On Monday, the telecom giant Verizon announced a $10 per month deal that includes the ad tiers of Netflix and Max, formerly HBO Max. That's 40% discount. And it's notable because while Max has offered discounted pricing before, like Black Friday, Netflix has notably not offered any discounts or wholesale prices on its plans for many years. To be certain, it's not clear whether Netflix is offering a wholesale price to Verizon or how the discount cost is being shared between the three companies, but 40% discount suggests either Verizon, Warner Brothers, Netflix, or some combination is helping subsidize it. Well, Warner Brothers just made people mad because they are pulling over 1,000 seasons of content from PlayStation users from their libraries. Even if they were paid for. So we'll talk a little bit about that too. To be certain, it's not clear who's doing this. So Verizon CEO Hans Vestberg said at a UBS conference Monday morning that the bundle is something that nobody else can do and that forming new bundles is a priority for the telecom company. Verizon, it should be noted, has offered Netflix in bundles before. Yeah, they've also done it with Disney Plus, which I believe artificially inflates the numbers. It's never done so for the ad tier and has suggested that in the past it was shouldering the cost of Netflix and its other bundles. The launch of Netflix's ad tier a year ago at a lower price point seems to have been a tipping point, with Netflix execs having noted that it's generating better margins on that tier than its base ad-free tier. So Geeky has brought this up before. They're actually making more money off of the ad-supported versions of streaming services than they are the ad-free versions, because everybody's shifting their advertising spend to video. The reason that these blogs were all dying, and we talk about this a lot on the channel, all these pop culture blogs are dying, is all the money that would be going to those pop culture blogs is now being pushed over to streaming services, to video. And to influencers. We will happily take your money, but that's what's going on. At the same time, another streaming service that has been reluctant to bundle is Apple TV. It's held some talks with Paramount about an Apple TV Plus Paramount Plus bundle. Apple TV Plus minus Paramount Plus. Is this algebra? Apple TV Plus minus Paramount Plus equals a lot of shit I probably won't watch, but there we go. The exact nature of what the bundle looks like remains unclear. Paramount apparently doing another season of Halo, by the way, which we knew. They said they were already working on season 2 a while ago. I think that they greenlit an episode order, and the pandemic and the strikes probably just pushed all that around. Apple TV Plus does not have an ad tier yet. It will, but it did recently raise prices, making fighting churn a priority. That's it. Everybody's canceling this shit. The new bundles involving Netflix and Apple suggest that some players have largely avoided discounting or wholesale offers, and now they're going to be warming up to the idea to stay in the game. This is it. There are too many streaming services. I mean, honestly, I would, if I could just be like, hey, I'll pay you $75 a month. Give me this, this, and this, and that's all I want. I'd do it. I would. I'd do a la carte TV. But we're right back to cable again, right? And I think we're going to see a lot of these services combine or just become networks. Like Paramount Plus will be the new CBS. Disney Plus will be the new ABC. And then you'll just have your internet provider, sell you these networks or whatever that have all the programming on them. That's my opinion what's going on. But Warner Brothers, which owns HBO Max, they're pissing people off because they're apparently pulling over 1,000 seasons of content off of PlayStation consoles, off the PlayStation Store. Sony announced the removal of over 1,000 seasons of TV shows from PlayStation users' libraries, regardless if they've been paid for or not. This is coming from CBR. Wow. Okay, so PlayStation owners were notified that from December 31st onward, access to previously purchased Discovery Channel content would be revoked, and the content would be removed from all video libraries. So this is a huge problem. Everything going to streaming and going to digital. This is the worst case scenario. You buy digital goods, you think you own them, or at least you have the ability to access them forever. You do not. This is the second or third time they've seen this happen. You buy a movie and then they take the movie out of the library and you're out of luck. You already paid for it. Oh, well, we don't have to keep it on our servers forever. This show is problematic. We don't want to host the Dukes of Hazzard anymore because it offends 5 people. Well, we're going to pull it off the platform. Oh, you bought the whole series for like $50, $60 back in the day? Doesn't matter. We're taking it. The legal update notice on the official PlayStation site reads, as of the 31st of December, due to our content licensing arrangements with content providers, you will no longer be able to watch any Discovery content. The content will be removed from your video library. We sincerely thank you for your continued support. Thank you, PlayStation Store. The exact number of TV series numbers over 100, with the exact number of seasons believed to be 1,317. Naturally, PlayStation owners were livid, with many surprised that paying for the content still meant it could be taken away. Yes! Yes, it does. It means that it doesn't actually physically exist anywhere. You need to buy discs. You need to buy physical. If you want to keep a show, if you love a TV show, you need to buy a physical copy because there's no guarantee whatsoever that it will be available online for you to watch. Talk about Willow. Like, where are you going to watch Willow now? Willow stands. I feel like a lot of people aren't understanding that most of the Discovery content getting removed from the PlayStation Store literally doesn't have a physical release. There we go. So anything under reality, hardly anything under reality has gotten a physical release in 13 years. And people still give me a hard time for buying physical. Oh, so it appears a lot of y'all don't know this. When you buy a digital copy, you're simply purchasing a license to view. You do not own that movie. Think of it more like a movie ticket. You get to watch the movie. You don't own it. My advice is buy a physical copy. Well, apparently some of these shows you couldn't buy physical of. And so you see what's happening here. Just with all of this. One, we're consolidating all the streaming services. 2, they're phasing out physical media completely. A lot of studios like Disney, I guess, in Australia, they're not releasing physical anymore. Warner Brothers, a lot of their series, they're not releasing physical anymore. You're going to have to buy digital or you're going to have to watch their streaming services. And I think that's what they want. At the end of the day, they don't want you to own any of the stuff. They want to put it on a streaming service that you have to subscribe to. So versus having you pay $30 for a DVD set or a Blu-ray set, you're going to pay $15, $20 a month forever to watch these shows you want to watch. I'm waiting for them to be like, yeah, you know what? We're not going to offer any physical copies of shows like Friends anymore because it's incredibly popular. And if you want to watch Friends going forward, you're going to have to pay to watch Friends on our streaming service or The Office or anything that's evergreen, that's really popular. They want you to subscribe to everything. Everything now is a subscription. It's all subscription. Adobe's a subscription. Hell, the doctors are a subscription service. Everybody wants you subscribed to something every month so they have revenue coming in every month. They don't want one and done sales anymore. Those are gravy. Really, they want you to pay every month, so they know exactly how much money they're going to make every month. So yeah, Christopher Nolan was even telling people to buy physical copies of media. I think he's right, because they could pull the plug at any point in time. They could be like, hey, this movie's problematic. We're gonna take it. Or the only version of this movie you're gonna be able to access is on our streaming service or digital, and we're gonna constantly edit it. It's like Back to the Future Part 2. I think they edited out Marty in the Ooh La La magazine or something. Some really stupid change. And they edited that out. And people are like, wait a minute. This is stupid. This movie was released how long ago? And that's what they're going to do. They're going to constantly change movies, delete movies. We're always going to be in this state of whatever is current, right? Whatever is acceptable now. We're not going to be able to, go watch. I'm surprised we're allowed to watch Gone with the Wind at all. Disney will never release Song of the South officially because they're too embarrassed by it. I think most people fully understand the time period it was released in and are adult about it and could watch it without, being too terribly offended. I mean, what was it, a 70, 80-year-old movie? I mean, come on. People understand that. But, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're definitely going to have to buy physical, and you're definitely going to wind up having to subscribe to multiple streaming services if you want to watch everything, or not. You could just nope out. I don't know, guys. This is the new normal going forward, and I'm not really sure I like it. I sold a bunch of my DVDs years. I had massive amounts of DVDs and CDs and even VHS of things you couldn't get on DVD or Blu-ray, and I sold them because I thought, well, they take up a lot of room. I never actually access them. I'm usually watching them on streaming or on Vudu or something, and I kind of regret it now. Because I'm kind of like, oh shit, some of those movies I really, really love might just get snapped. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.